Find the altitude and the horizontal distance for the airplane.
So we're looking at the altitude, and that's going to be the vertical distance. And the horizontal distance, let's call that y. Where can I put angle 26 within the triangle?
The bottom corner.
The bottom corner. So in respect to this, let's label everything. Our hypotenuse is the larger side. When I jump over from the angle, it's our opposite, and then our adjacent. And if I want to find the x first, can I use sine, cosine, or tangent? I want to find the opposite first. Sine. So sine of angle 26 is equal to the opposite x over the hypotenuse 7. Can I swap these two places on this one? No, the variable is not on the bottom. So I need to multiply by 7 on both sides. So we have x is equal to 7 sine of 26. And 26 is an angle measurement, meaning our mode must be in degree mode. Bless you. So we have 7 sine of 26. Now, should my number be less than or greater than the hypotenuse? Has to be less than. That will be a good self-check. So I have 3.07. What if I wanted to? Well, 0.7 works out too. But typically, the norm is surrounded to the 3 decimal places. So I'm going to go to the third, and we have kilometers. Okay, now let's look at the horizontal distance. Which trig function can I use on the horizontal distance? We're involving the hypotenuse and the adjacent, so ka. So we have cosine of angle 26 is equal to the adjacent y over the 7. Can I swap again on this one? No. Nope. We're going to multiply by what? 7 on both sides. Let's type that in. And I want that to be 3 decimal places. So 6.292 kilometers. Boom. Bless you. Okay, on number 13, Alexa, go ahead and read.
Sarah stands on level ground at B, 20 meters away from the foot C of a tree. Her angle of elevation to the top of the tree is 30 degrees from her eye, which is 1.6 meters above the ground. How tall is the tree?
Okay, so we need to figure out how tall is the tree. But the triangle pertaining to this is the first thing that we have to focus on. What part of that triangle should we find to find how tall the tree is? The opposite right here. Let's call that x. And then once that is done, what else do I need to add on to find the whole distance from the ground up? 1.6. So we know 20 can be translated right up here. So we know the adjacent and we know the opposite. Which trig function? So we have tangent of 30 is equal to our opposite over the adjacent. We're going to multiply by 20 on both sides. Let's see what that's going to give us. Okay, what is this to the 3 decimal places?
11.547.
Very good. So we have 11.547. And then we need to add on to what?
1.6.
1.6. And how many will the tree be? 13.147, and it's in meters. All right, let's go to number 16. All right, Jack, let's read.
ABCD is a rectangle. EFGH is inscribed in ABCD where E, F, G, and H are midpoints. BH equals 6 and BG equals 4.
So let's go ahead and notate these real quick. It says the E, the F, the G, and the H are midpoints. So what I can do is, I can notate this with one tick mark. But because the rectangles are congruent on the opposite end, can I be consistent on this side as well? Okay, and then I have our midpoints here, and there I have it. What can I say about the diagonal of that triangle? This right here, diagonal. Could I say they're also congruent in all 4 locations right here? And if you're like, well, how do we know? If it is a rectangle, we know these are 90 degrees. By side, angle, side, they must all be congruent. Okay? All right, so with that said, there's many ways to go about this problem. The first one says to find the length of FE. So this right here, FE, oh, I should actually print the numbers, right? Here's 6, here's 4, and I can go ahead and go all the way around. And FE is part of the triangle on the bottom, right? What theorem can we use to find this? Pythagorean. So we have 4 squared plus 6 squared is equal to, let's call it the x squared. That's going to give us 16 plus 36, 52. Very good. And let's see if we can simplify the radical on this one. What 2 numbers will give me 52 that consists of a perfect square?
4 and 13.
4 and 13. So that's going to give us, is it 4 and 13?
So it's 2.
So it should be 2 radical 13. So I messed up on my key on the reference. I think I wrote 4 radical 13. All right. Questions on that one? Good? Mm-hmm. And then part B says find the area of E, F, G, H. So I'm going to highlight this one with a different color. What shape is that? Parallelogram? Rhombus, because all the sides are congruent too. Now in a rhombus, don't we have a perpendicular diagonal? So if I have a perpendicular diagonal, this right here has to be 8 because 4 plus 4. This right here has to be what? 12 because 6 plus 6. So we can do diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Which in this case we have 8 times 12 divided by 2. It's going to give us 48, correct. Here's what some of you guys might also see it as. Could I find the area of one triangle and multiply by 4?
Yeah.
You'll still get 48. Okay?